as I'm doing this, as she's doing this, I'm holding her heels to help her ground in. So it's a really slight energetic. Basically what I'm doing is I'm holding here for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. And I'm tuning in to see if there's like an anchoring in. I might feel an energetic pulse at her heels, but it's just me intuitively checking in to see if she's grounded. So I'm waiting for that. Okay. So after I'm done with that, then I'll bring my chair up to the crown of the head. So by now I'm ready to start my practice. So for me, I don't practice the kanji, the set mudras, but I do hold my hands at the heart. I bring my hands to the third eye, and then I kind of bring my hands down to my chin. I don't know why this happens, but it's just me tuning in. And then I feel the Reiki kind of coming up from the heart, and that's my sign to say, okay, now we can begin. When you're in this practice, you want to do whatever opening practice that you have, but it's a good opportunity to start breathing the Reiki in through the crown, out through the hands and the heart, okay? So, you're now going to place your hands on the crown of the head. Okay. And again, you're just closing your eyes, letting yourself come back to center. And you're breathing the Reiki in through the crown, out through the hands and the heart. And so then I may come underneath her head and hold her head from beneath. Okay. And then I'll come down. Some of you may do your practice standing up, and that's fine. Since you're going to be in this practice for a while, using a chair is also a good idea. So just like when we do a self-practice, I'll put a hand on her forehead, maybe a hand over the solar plexus. Okay. Then a hand on the heart, coming down, hand on the belly. And again, I'm just showing you guys hand positions. Okay. I spend a lot more time practicing Reiki than what I'm showing you. Okay. And then sometimes I might go underneath. So remember what we talked about, no hands over the pelvis, no hands over the throat. So maybe I will kind of come down and reach under the sheet. Here's a little trick. When you reach under the blanket or the sheet or whatever they're lying on, if you hold it taut, then you can just kind of scoop your hand right under there. Okay. So I'll hold under her pelvis. So my hand is like right there underneath her. Hold like that. The other option is if you don't want to hold underneath the sacrum, here are her hip bones right here. Take a deep belly breath. You see where her belly is? Then I know that her hip bones are really right here. So if they're under a blanket and you're like, where are their hip bones? You can kind of gauge that by where the drop of their belly is. And you don't want to hold on the hip bones, you want to hold off to the side. Okay? So you're holding there, and then you can come down to the knees. As a closing practice, you're coming to the knees. Maybe you spend a minute or two down here, longer if you want. And then eventually I come to the tops of the feet. And I'm, again, maybe a minute. Okay. And by this time they're very relaxed. Sometimes they're sleeping. Sometimes they're even snoring. Not you, never.
No, that's
Never
I'm
snore.
sure.
You never snore. And then I'll just give them a little squeeze at the toes just to kind of bring them back into the space. Okay. And when you're closing with Reiki, I always use my wand, but you always want to sweep. I'll do it this way so you can see. You always want to sweep your hands over the body. The reason being is that energy is being discharged from their body. You know, things are releasing, and so as the practitioner, you're sweeping that away. So you're sweeping over their emotional and subtle bodies, okay, and clearing that. So you just do it like 3 times, okay? And then I throw some other little, I throw a singing bowl in there and, some essential oil spray. But that's all just part of what you create as a practice. So after you're done sweeping, just go ahead and tap them lightly, okay? Take your time getting up, and then you're done. Oh, I should say that before you get them out of the session, you stand back, okay, and just clear your space. Call a white light down around you to clear anything out of your space that doesn't belong, okay? And then I always kind of say, your energy stays with you, my energy is with me. May all beings be happy and free. And I thank my guides for being here. White light coming down around me, clearing anything out of my space. Okay? Good? Questions?